We love Texans. They're a whole heap of fun to have in camp. When they come here and they tell me that Texas is the best country in all of America, I tend to agree, especially as they all seem to have an insatiable appetite for hunting. Joe and Karen were no exception to the law. Joe, Karen and I traded a whole heap of emails leading up to their hunt, and I reckon if the animals on our property could have read those emails, they all would have got together and said,
"Houston, we have a problem,"
or something like that.
So we have Joe here behind me from Texas. Joe's here for a red stag. We're on the trail and looking for a stag that we saw this morning on the edge of this forest. Well, we heard him roaring and we kind of thought that must have been him, but it wasn't. It was a smaller stag and he got a couple of hinds. We don't know where the big fella's gone. He's vanished, so we're going to head back this afternoon. We'll probably hunt the other side of the property. We've given this guy a pretty good nudge and come up with diddly, so...
Wait, what did he just say? Allow me to translate. Gave it a good nudge means we tried quite hard. Came up with diddly means we didn't catch any stags.
So just down the fence line down here, about 580 yards, was an absolute monster. This is the stag we're after. You ready?
Who does that be?
First we didn't see him, and then there he was, scrapping it out with another stag. We decided to set up there and wait for him to reappear. When that stag reappeared at 280 yards, it looked as though he'd had a bad day. Joe settled the crosshairs, and the rest was history.
What an anniversary, deal.
Well done, mate. It's a tough shot. It's 280 yards down there, so...
Pull that antler up, will you?
Man, oh, crap. Gracious.
There you go.
You get a hold of that thing all right?
Lord, thank you both. Beautiful, gorgeous day. Thank you both. Thank you. I can't thank you enough.
Here she is, fellow buck huntress. I got to tell you an interesting story about Karen here. Karen broke both her ankles at the same time in the same incident. And look at her now, out in the hills of New Zealand, without a care in the world. She hasn't faltered once. She's scaling those hills like a female mountain goat. Fearless. They breed them tough in Texas. We'll just sit here, I think. Gonna be fairly safe for the wind. And hopefully something comes out in front of us down here.
First we saw a few smaller bucks and does and decided to get ready. Moments later, our rutting buck appeared. Our sniper was waiting.
Okay, that's your buck. Yeah, you see him. Yeah, hang on. He's gonna come through here. Yeah, when he stops. You clear? Yeah, good. Yeah, send. Beautiful buck.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Well done, Miss Karen.
thank you so much. We waited a long time for that one, didn't we? Oh my goodness.
Worth the wait. He's a real pretty buck. Real pretty buck.
Oh,
Grab a hold of that.
look at this. Oh,
He's a beauty.
he's so pretty. Oh my God.
20 points.
That's beautiful. 20
20.
points.
Yeah, 20. Look at that.
20 points. Oh, he is just
Good job.
he's
Good shot.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
In early May, we welcomed back James from Australia. James hunted with us last year.
James has got his New Zealand legs. He stopped puffing. He's right into it.
This time round, James was bringing his better half, Els, who was also going to hunt. Probably one of the highlights of James's hunt last year was the fact he took a pretty decent free-range red stag at just on 200 yards. It was a busy old week with the fact that James took 2 fallow deer and a ram as well. It ended our season nicely. First on James's list this time round would be a fallow buck, but things didn't start out too well.
This wind has been really nasty this morning. It's been swirling and it's, yeah, totally kicked our butts. So anyway, smell that? That's not success.
Our second hunt, just a mile down the valley. Well, the dog's expression says it all. We kept walking and finally found a decent buck. We waited him out to get up.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you, BJ.
Then step up our huntress Els, who teamed up with our loner rifle Pammy. in search of a big old red stag.
Got a bit of open country and a few potential deer to bust us, so we're going to wing it. The wind hasn't kicked in yet, but it's not exactly going to be perfect for this type of stalk, so we have to be real careful. They smell us, it's all over. Huntress is ready. So if you can hear that in the background, those ducks have just completely spooked the whole valley. Our stag is gone, so is everything else. We are going home. They, when the deer hear that squawking, they just run because they know that humans are coming, and it's a great alarm call for them. It's and on a still morning like this, it can be heard for several miles.
So with our morning hunt ruined by paradise ducks, we decided to go out the back and hunt Arapara sheep. We would give that a pretty good nudge, and then on the way home, if we had time, we would hunt stags again. These Aussies were enjoying watching the flock. When a nice ram presented himself at just over 150 yards, our Aussie sniper was ready.
Shot. Good shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Best
My
shot.
heart's gone a million miles an hour.
Fantastic. So pleased. Thank you so much. Best ever.
We found a decent stag bedded in some timber. Set up on snipe, we would wait for a clear shot. As darkness encroached, our stag appeared just under 300 yards.
Drilled him.
I think he's rolling down the hill.
Nice work.
He dropped straight away.
Yeah, flattened him.
Fantastic day. First the ram, now this. Best day ever.
So last year James took 2 fallow deer on his hunt with us. This year he wanted to do the same.
Get up on this mound right here. That's him on the left, take him if he stops.
I asked James why he liked fallow deer so much.
Why have you got such a fondness for fellow bucks, James?
Because I'm a fellow slut.
You're a fellow Okay.
With a day left to hunt, out we went.
Got a guard time there, so
Pretty cool, mate. You happy now?
Very. Need another one.
The malarkey of mating is over. The red stags and the fallow bucks on our property have just spent about a month trying to rip each other to pieces for the right to mate. These animals now will be battered, they'll be bruised, some will be completely spent, some might even have sore willies. Right now their priority is eating. They only will be interested in one thing, and that is food. Our next hunter, Kent, is going to be right in amongst it, and we will be concentrating our efforts on such areas, hoping to locate the 2 mature animals that he wants. Whilst I will be taking part in the usual pre-hunt scouting, there's one other little job that I have to take care of before our next hunter arrives. So Kent arrived full of anticipation, anxiety and excitement. We picked up on that in the pre-hunt email correspondence. We'd also had a request from Kent that could he hunt some turkeys. So leading up to his hunt, we kind of thought, well, let's settle him in. Let's go out, maybe shoot a few birds, get some lead in the air, take in some deep New Zealand air breaths to relax him and get him ready for what was a very important stag hunt. As guys, we kind of thought this would be a good thing to do. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing. Awesome.
Look at the beard. Has 3/4 inch spur.
How can I soar like an eagle when I work with a bunch of turkeys?
We have located this stag that BJ told me about, and he's about 3 miles away, and we're watching him as he's chasing a couple hind at this time. Beautiful day.
It's been a real task trying to keep a tab on the stag. I've had a rubber band on my willy trying to pattern him, because he's been, one day he'll be in one spot and the next day he'll be, you know, a kilometre, maybe a kilometre and a half away from where he was the day previous. So very transient, very mobile, nomadic. Yeah, anyway, we've seen him this morning. He's a long way away. Kent's pretty excited.
I'm really excited.
He's a real cool stag with double droppers and stuff. I have got some footage of him earlier, and he's just one of those stags, pretty special. Plan A is we're going to go find him, and Kent's going to smoke him with Pammy. Kent's real excited about the stag. Look at him. Look how excited he is. Kent is ready. We found him 270 yards below us. He's bedded. He's got some girlfriends. We'll have plenty of time. Wind's good. We've walked about 2.5 miles to get up here. And this is an incredible sniper position. Scenery up here is pretty good. What do you think of the scenery?
Oh, it is awesome.
I can even hear turkeys, mate.
I can hear turkeys.
So we were waiting a long time. The first animal to get up and move was a nice young 8-pointer.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a special price on that one. We just shoot that and go home.
No deal, buddy.
No deal.
Suddenly that stag's girlfriends got up and bolted. There was only one thing that stag was gonna do: follow them.
When he gets up, take your shot.
Taking for a quarter.
Yeah, send it. He's gonna bolt.
Well, there, big fella.
Thanks, BJ.
You're welcome. 39 points, a couple of droppers. He's got 3 droppers, 4 droppers, maybe 5 droppers. He had spare droppers if one broke off during the rut. He's still got 4 spares. Pretty cool. 39 points.
Just praying I can make a good shot.
Kent made a pretty good shot. Any better and it would have been showing off. 39 points. Thank you, BJ. You're welcome.
Kent's fallow buck hunt was second on the list. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how the first fallow buck hunt went to avoid repetition, but I'm going to show you 2 clips. I'm going to show you heading out to the hunt. I'm going to show you heading home from the hunt. Kent had to settle the score.
Revenge.
None of them. Oh no! Don't put that on the video.
Okay, mate.
Oh, that was terrible.
Thanks, Kent, for being a good sport. So we would head out early the next morning to a spot we had seen quite a good buck hanging out. Kent was ready for retribution.
Okay, we've got a fellow buck down here. It is the buck we're after. He's in the fog. We're going to wait for him to go over that ridge before we can move because he's too close. When he gets down on the bottom flat, we're going to hook into him. Hopefully he'll be at about a 200-yard shot. When you're ready, Kent. Probably want a bit more broadside than that, though. 285. Oh, don't walk away from us like that, mate. 300.
330.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh my goodness.
Well done.
Kent's 330-yard shot with Pammy lit up the morning sky like a tracer round.
So BJ and Tim wouldn't let me shoot 150. They wanted me to stretch it out to 230 here this morning.
We saw you shooting. We saw you shooting on that stag. We knew you could shoot. Completely relaxed. You and old Pammy over here.
Yeah.
Wham bam.
Pammy is trying to negotiate a deal with BJ to take Pammy home to America.
Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Pammy is mine.
Oh. It's just been a dream come true for me. It's been on my bucket list a long, long time to be able to come to New Zealand and hunt the red stag and the fallow deer. And just really thankful now here at this point.
Thank you so much for watching this video. You guys totally rock. Special thanks to those that starred in this production. We love you guys and we hope to see you again.